Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hey, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. And if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm here to join you all for a WIP and Chat. I like to do these weekly. And WIP stands for work in progress, and Chat stands for Chad. So feel free to whip out your WIP and work alongside of me. So today I'm actually going to be kitting up and not exactly working on a WIP just yet. And it feels like, quite honestly, I've been doing a lot of these like kit up and chats as opposed to actually working on a diamond painting and chatting. I don't really know how many people tend to watch the screen and what I'm actually doing, and how many people just tend to put me on as background noise so that I can keep you company while you're going about your day. But hopefully for those of you that enjoy watching me diamond paint instead of kit up, I hope I'm not throwing you off too badly. But I'll explain why I am kitting up instead of whipping here in just a bit. And unfortunately, I cannot even tell you what kit I am kitting up yet, because this is going to be one of the new releases from Diamond Art Club this week, so I cannot reveal the name just yet. What can I tell you? I'll be using my Elizabeth Ward storage containers, which you can get on Amazon, or they have a version that's very similar off of like AliExpress. I've seen them at Joann's. You can get them in a lot of like crafting and hobby stores. I can also tell you that this kit has 67 colors, which is, I think, the most that we have seen from Diamond Art Club's kits before. This was like a trivia question they put up at one point, I think in the VIP group, where it was, they had put like some like different sort of trivia fact questions up, like when was our first kit released? What was our first kit? What's the largest kit that we've released? And I think one of them was which kit or kits have the most colors. And I remembered I worked on the kit Dragon Attack a year and a half ago, and it had 67 colors. And I was like, I don't think I've worked on another kit from Diamond Art Club yet that's had 67 or more colors. And I think at least at the time of like that trivia bit, which that was, I don't know, 6 months ago at this point, there were only, I think, 5 or 6 kits that had 67 colors in them. So that's a lot of colors. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna have enough of these like smaller Elizabeth Ward containers to kit up into. And this is not a particularly large piece. Again, I think I can safely reveal this, but it's gonna be 51 by 76 centimeters, which like that 50-ish by 70-ish size is kind of Diamond Art Club's sweet spot. Or at least it used to be. I think they've moved I feel like they've had a lot more of these like really big canvases lately, but like that 50-ish by 70-ish, that is like one of my favorite sizes to work on, because I feel like it goes pretty quickly, but it's a little bit bigger, so you still get some detail and stuff. But let me work and chat at the same time, because I really want to get this kitted up. I don't know that with 67 colors that I'm gonna actually get this fully kitted up with you guys tonight. Like, I feel like some of the other kit up and chats I've done, we've been kitting up like 30 something, 40 something colors, and even that we've just barely gotten through. So I doubt we're gonna get all the way through this, but you guys can enjoy looking through the colors as we go here. I don't know that you're gonna guess this artwork, but I will say that I'm planning to use this piece to participate in 2 different events that are going on besides this month, besides the one that I'm already hosting. This will not qualify for Summer with the Masters, but it will qualify for both the Princess Along and the Pride Month event. So the Princess Along is being hosted by my friend Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights. She's one of the hosts. I believe that Abigail is the other host for that event. And then Chris Colassa, who has a YouTube channel, is hosting, he's co-hosting the Pride event with one of his friends. And I am so sorry, is Angela her name? Is Angela the name of the person he's co-hosting with? I'll link to all of these events, like the channels that are hosting these events, and like the announcement videos and stuff, and you can go and check them out. But I was just too tickled when I saw that, like, oh my gosh, this would totally qualify for both of these events. And I can, you know, support some friends and fellow creators, and I can work on a kit that I like quite literally, like, I swear I'm not exaggerating. When I saw this artwork, I screeched. I was so excited. I was so stinking excited, you guys. It's absolutely... What's my favorite word? What's my favorite word? It's stunning. Oh my gosh, you guys. I cannot get enough. It's gorgeous. So you'll see it this week. I filmed the sneak peek, well, at least the first part of the sneak peek already. And what I'm planning to do is there's a section of this I want to work on, and then insert a clip to the end of that sneak peek video, which is something I've done a few different times, where if I get a kit early enough that I can work on it a bit ahead of the actual release and I'm in the mood to work on said kit, I do, because it's fun. It's fun to be able to insert just a little clip in there where you can see, like, oh, this is what this kit's gonna look like with some done. I'm teasing you guys so badly. The canvas is literally right here. But I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it, you guys. I can't spill. So we'll see. Unfortunately, because I didn't decide to do this until relatively last minute, I'm actually not going to have very long to work on this before I need to film that, like, last clip to add in. So we'll see. I'm not going to have it, like, finished before or anything like that. But yay. I know some of us are probably feeling a little bit of, like, new release fatigue. We talked about that a few weeks back, but this one's worth it, you guys. Yeah, so I finished the mystery diamond painting kit, which don't worry, I'm not going to give you any spoilers here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my experience of working on it, but you're not going to hear anything at all that's going to give anything away, I promise. I won't do that to you, because for me, I feel like I was really lucky in a lot of ways to be able to work on that kit from start to finish without ever having the original artwork spoiled for me. I really tried to go out of my way to avoid spoilers, but there were some really, really, really near misses. And when I say that, like, I felt like the experience of working on this kit was exactly what Diamond Art Club or just any company's intention behind having a mystery kit is intended to be. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Again, there was something that was really neat about, all I knew was the artist's style. I knew just the very, very limited amount of information that Diamond Art Club had given us, which was, like, not even really much in the way of a description. It was very, very limited. And I knew the artist's style, and I was like, okay, this is one of those few artists that I feel like I could work on a mystery kit totally blind, and I really am confident that I'm gonna like the artwork. And even if it just so happens that it's not artwork that I would have otherwise bought for myself, like knowing what the kit is or something like that, I think that the experience of working on a mystery kit in and of itself is going to be really neat, like really special and really magical. And it was. The bonus is that I really did adore the artwork a lot. And I'm so happy. I actually feel like it's one of my favorite finishes that I've ever had, that I've ever done. I think that it is one of the most beautifully rendered pieces that Diamond Art Club has ever put out. And I loved just how it worked up as a mystery kit. So one of the things that I shared with them just in feedback was just that, like, I think you guys really nailed this one as a mystery, like this particular piece as a mystery, because it was the kind of artwork that it really felt like each section that I opened up to work on, it felt like there was a surprise for me there, or that I really didn't know exactly what was going to be there. And as opposed to, like, a piece of artwork that it feels like, oh, there's just, like, really one main thing going on, and once you've discovered what that is, then you kind of already know everything that's going to be in the rest of the piece. That was not my experience, and that made it just feel like it was really magical from start to finish, because it felt like I'm seeing something new with every section that I open. And I loved that I was able to have my mom cover it up with an extra layer of that like packing paper so that I couldn't even see the rendering. I feel like that helped a lot too. Here's one of the ABs. It's a brown AB. I really don't think these ABs will even give like a single thing away. Oh man. I feel like you're either like really enjoying this or you're really, really mad at me right now. I'm so sorry. Oh, to be such a tease. But anyway, I am really happy with how that experience went. And I would encourage you guys as well that if you feel like you can bring yourself to like take the risk and try not to find out what the artwork is or something like that, and just embrace the process of working on a mystery kit and being okay with like, well, I might not be totally in love with the artwork, but like the experience was still worthwhile. I think you might have a lot of fun with it. So I also get the other side of the coin though, of feeling like, well, if I'm going to spend this much on a kit, I really want to make sure it's something that I'm going to enjoy, like, and really love. And like, I get that. That's sometimes kind of my mentality, and it kind of depends on the artist and the theme. But I don't know, you guys. All right, can I fit this bag in this smaller container? That's what I'm going to be doing a lot of in kitting up in this video, is like, what is literally the smallest container possible that I can fit these in? Nope, I'm going to need the next size up. Because I really want to try to get this all kitted up in one Elizabeth Ward tray. And this is just a 50 by 70-ish piece. There's no reason that I shouldn't be able to kit this whole thing up into one tray. So, but let me move this over into a bigger container. It's not going to fit in the smallest. We have a bunch of, this is the white AB. 141. Yeah. Diamond Art Club's favorite AB. It's such a good neutral. They're new ABs. Does this one smell? Okay, yeah, that one does have a little bit of an odor. I've mentioned that to them before. I'm like, the ABs smell like burning. This one isn't as bad though. So anyway, I am going to do a post review on that mystery kit. So if you want to see the whole thing revealed and like hear me like really gush about it like in a video, I am planning to do that. So stay tuned. I don't know if I'll get to that this week. You guys, I have a very full video lineup and like lots and lots and lots of videos that I want to get up. And so that's kind of going to determine, like, anything that isn't time sensitive just might not happen right away. It might just get pushed a little bit further out, but that's okay. We launched Summer with the Masters this past week. Yay! That was so fun to finally kick it off. And it was funny because I had gotten a little bit of a head start on my first piece, but as it turned out, like, a lot of other people are working on that same piece, which is Summer from Diamond Painting Shop, which I love. Like, I love that small shop has gotten, like, woof, just pop that right off. That, like, they've seen a lot of business, and, like, obviously that piece was an excellent choice on their part. Hey guys, we have 6 bags of 310, so not gonna comment any further than that. We have a nice chunk of 310. But I am debating, because I'm like, I also want to, like, be showing kits that maybe others aren't necessarily working on, so that we get to see still lots of variety. So I think that kit for me may be kind of a long-term project. Like, I may just pull it out and work on a row here or there. And I might kit up another Summer with the Masters kit to have going. Crafties just sent over one to me that I'm gonna unbox. I think I'm gonna try to get to that this week for sure. And it's a smaller kit. I may kit that one up and work on that one. Okay, 3 bags of 310 fit perfectly in there. I don't think I'm gonna try to fit any more, but I have 3 more bags of 310. But yeah, I have a lot of kits that would qualify for summer with the Masters though, so I'm trying to narrow it down a little bit. This is going to be tricky. Am I going to be able to fit all 67 colors in this tray? I really want to try. I really, really want to try. I might have to, I wonder if I'll have to shrink down that container of 310 and put in like a smaller bag or something. We'll see. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I have like a million Elizabeth Ward storage containers. So I have like a ton of different tray sizes and stuff. How do you guys feel about storage? Do you have like a go-to set of storage containers that you always use? Do you have a variety? I know lots of people love like the Harbor Freights, especially if you live in the United States, because they are really cost effective. Those ones are too fiddly for me, and they're not as space effective, and I don't love that there's only there's only the one size of container. I might try to wedge that in there. We'll see, because I think space is going to be a premium here. We'll try. I know lots of people swear by the Harbor Freights. I am like ride or die this Elizabeth Ward style of container, because there's like 4 different sizes you can mix and match to your heart's content. I have tried others, like I even did a series on that at one point because we thought that the Elizabeth Wards were like being discontinued across the board. And so I did a couple of videos that were just on like storage options that were alternatives to Elizabeth Ward, especially like some inexpensive, like budget-friendly ones. That might fit in a small container. But even those ones that I did try out, they weren't my favorite. There was the Cottage Mills, the Dot Box. There was another one that I think I literally only used that for 1 or 2 kits, but those are really fiddly containers. I don't know. Ooh, there's still some left in here. I'll try to branch out sometimes. I have like some of the, like I have that little like suitcase style storage that like when I've worked on those kits with like 275 colors that I've used those because they have the little like screw top bottles. But I don't use those for like normal kits because even like one of the tall bottles just like fits, I feel like barely as much as a small Elizabeth Ward container, and I just need more size variety than that. For a while, the Elizabeth Ward containers would go on sale. Like every once in a while, you could catch them on Amazon for like $20 for the like variety tray. I think I got 1 or 2 sets at one point for $18 like 2 years ago. That felt like striking, gold. But yeah, I'm just curious what kind of storage you guys like to use. As far as summer with the Masters go, though, I'm waffling a little bit on like what topics I want to do, and I do this a lot when it comes to events sometimes, where I tend to procrastinate and make like a game time decision about the topics and stuff. But I know that if I just planned it out a little bit more in advance, that it would actually alleviate a lot of potential like stress and anxiety. And like for this event, Jessica's so good about like planning everything really ahead and all that. And I just I haven't been there. So we have a lot of really, really fun things coming for summer with the Masters, and I am loving like the excitement I'm seeing around it. Like it's not that there weren't people excited for it last year, but I feel like it spread even more this year, which is really fun. Especially because I think of it as such a niche genre of artwork. But people in general, I think, have just gotten really, like a lot more people just got more open to it. And I think it helps that a lot of shops now offer prepackaged kits. Because I know, at least for me, especially when I was feeling newer to diamond painting in general, the idea of ordering a custom, forget it. Like, it was wildly overwhelming to me. I was like, there is no way. Like, that's just too much. Even seeing videos that broke it down to make it feel more easy and more accessible, it still just felt like it's just too much for me. I just want to order a prepackaged kit. Like, I just want to go on a website and browse what a shop has to offer and pick one and click add to cart and order it. And it shows up at my door and I know exactly what I'm getting and I don't have to think about the size and all of that. But Yeah, but I really love the excitement for it, and I'm loving seeing what people are working on. I do want to absolutely mention though, like, that a lot of times what you see from like the perspective of being an event participant is really different from what is actually going on behind the scenes. And I just think about that like in relation to my friends and fellow creators or just diamond painters that are hosting events, that they are pouring every bit as much heart and soul and work and time into their events as I am, and I want them to feel the same amount of like acknowledgement and excitement and participation from people. And hosting an event is a lot of work. It's totally worth it. Especially because, you know, typically if we're hosting an event on a topic, it's a topic that we're really excited about, and we have kits that we're excited to work on for it and all of that. But in spite of that, it still can feel really overwhelming, just the amount of work that goes into it. And it can, by the same token, feel really discouraging when you feel like you're hearing from people that are like, oh, you know, I wish that this event was doing more, or that it had more, or that, you know, I'm seeing less people participating in this other event where the people that are, you know, going to participate in this event. And while I absolutely can understand that feeling as a participant, because I've totally been there, I also want to encourage you to give like lots of grace and support to people that are hosting events, because they, like I said, they're pouring tons and tons of work into it as well. And try to focus on making it about like, what's an event that just the theme of it, the topic of it calls to me? Like, what is something that gets me excited about diamond painting? Like, what event do I hear about and I'm immediately like, oh yeah, I have this thing in my stash that would be perfect, or ooh, that reminds me of like a kit I saw in this other shop, and I want to, you know, go grab that or kit up this kit and then participate in this event alongside other people who are just as excited about this thing as I am. That I feel like should be the focus. And I know I'm getting a little bit preachy here, and I promise it's not my intent at all. It's just a reminder to like, let's keep our hearts in the right place. Like, let's make it about like, this is just the chance to get to know a smaller group of people that share the same interests as you, and to be like, hey, we're working on the same kinds of kits all the same time. You know, if there's prizes, or if there's like other stuff going on, to me that's just like a nice bonus. That's, you know, not a must-have. It's not why I do events. It's more for like the community and the fun aspect of it. So yeah, so that's why I really do try to support other people's events as much as I can. But even my mentality is just to be like, because I can be such a mood diamond painter. We've chatted about that here before a little bit, but because I can be such a mood diamond painter, it's like I really need to be like in the mood to work on this painting. So I can't really like force something if I'm not feeling it, but I try to like get in the mood to work on kits that I can then turn around and participate in friends events with. So, yeah, try to do the same. You'll make some people feel really, really happy. I'm trying to figure out, is there any way, how many does this fit? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So then 26, 52 plus, okay. This should fit. I think this should fit. Okay. And it just lucked out. This particular kit I got really, really excited about when I saw it, and was like, this would totally fit for 2 events that are going on this month. So yes, I'll still be working on Summer with the Masters kits, but I've just embraced that at least for Summer with the Masters event time, I'm working on more than one kit at once. It's summer with the master's kits and usually something else at the same time. So, yeah, that's happening. What else did I have here? So I have been feeling, speaking of mood things, so I'm a mood diamond painter. I'm also very much like a mood TV show person. And you guys, I have been feeling so indecisive and non-committal about what I want to watch lately. Like, I always have something going while I'm diamond painting. Like, I just am that kind of person that I want that background noise. I need something like going on. I don't really like just sitting in silence while I diamond paint. It makes me feel twitchy. But I have just been feeling like, I don't know, really meh about shows that I've tried to put on. I've shifted heavily back towards watching like more YouTube videos. I've been hopping into like a lot of people's lives, which has been fun. If you guys haven't checked out or hopped into lives before, I know that it can feel a little bit intimidating, especially if you haven't joined in on a live before. And if you see people in the chat that it's like, oh, they obviously know each other already, like there's a dynamic there. I feel like I can't, like I'll be stepping on toes if I try to jump in. I would encourage you to jump in and say hello anyway. We generally are very, very nice and very welcoming, and it tends to be a really warm community. I know it can be really hard though when it feels like I said, it feels, if there are what looks like to be really established friendships and stuff, you can feel like, oh, it's a clique. I don't really feel like I have a place there. Like I said, I've been joining in on like some new to me lives lately, and even just like lurking and kind of seeing what's going on. The vibe in these lives tends to be just very open. And if someone comes in and is like, hey, you know, my first time here, my first time saying hi, like I've always seen them get a really warm reception. So it's okay if you're a lurker and that you don't really want to chat and like the live chat anyway. But if you have been just feeling like intimidated by it, if you're like me and you have lots of social anxiety, like it's okay. Just give it a try and know that it's going to take time to like get to know people and that sort of thing. And it might turn out that it's not your jam or whatever, and that's okay too. But let me think, whose lives have I kind of visited this past week? So I often hang out in Bev B's lives on Tuesdays. Laura at Anxiety Art Adventures recently started doing weekly lives on Mondays. I think she calls them Mellow Mondays, and those are always really fun. Shay over at Crafting with Shay and Randy at You Can Call Me Butter often have Sunday afternoon lives. And then there's, you know, like Ruby Q and Miss Coffee both have lives on Friday nights. And I was up super late hanging with people in Ruby Q's live last night. I was like, this is great. I'm on the West Coast. There's never people hanging out this late. And this is perfect. Because I diamond paint and I stay up late after my kids go to bed. And then I was in Crafting with Susie's live today. It's currently Saturday, but Crafting with Susie's live today. And that was a nice, sweet little intimate crowd. And she's super sweet as well. So I will really try my best to link to those channels below. And I know that there are other people that go live regularly. These are just the ones that I've made it to. And it depends a lot on just, are my kids awake? Am I playing with them? Am I running errands? Am I, what am I doing? So if I haven't made it to one of your lives, please know I'm not neglecting anyone on purpose. I'm just, these are just the ones I happen to make it to. And like I said, a lot of it is just because I used to like watch a lot more in the way of like TV shows and stuff for my background noise. And now I just have shifted and I'm doing a lot of like YouTube, listening to a lot of people's WIP and chats and hopping into lives when I see people are live and all that. Oh, Muni Maid goes live sometimes. She makes diamond painting trays. She has a really cute weekly podcast I like listening to that she puts up on her channel. And then she does lives. I don't know if she has a regular live time or if it's just kind of random, but I like hanging out with hers too. Sorry if I forgot you. I promise it's not on purpose. I promise. I know I'm forgetting people. My memory is not reliable. I will just say that. Ooh, lost a few. Okay, studying these colors, trying to figure out what is this canvas. Well, it qualifies for the Pride event, so I think it's safe to say that there's a veritable rainbow of colors happening here. One show that I did just realize that I might try to watch. I need to look up where I can watch it. But have any of you guys heard of and or watched the show? It's called Fruits Basket. It's an anime based on a manga. And it's actually the first manga that I read. And I discovered it when I was in high school. My AP French class did a trip to France for 2 weeks. And half of the second... I need a bigger container. The second half of the trip was like a homestay where you actually got placed with a French family that had someone that was in like high school as well. And the idea was it was kind of like an immersion style part of the trip. It was highly overwhelming, but also like really incredible. I'm still Facebook friends with the gal that I stayed with, and I should check in and see what she's up to. But weirdly enough, it was there. Like, she and some of her other friends, which some of her other friends were also hosting, like, people from, like, this program and whatever. But they were really into this manga, and it was in English for them. And, you know, it's like a thing outside of the United States that, like, a lot of other people speak English as a second language. But anyway... that was where I very first heard of it, and I really, really loved, like, reading the manga. And then there was an anime that was out around the same time, but it only covered, like, half of the manga story, and then it just ended. They never did a second season. Well, like, a couple of years ago, they announced that they were going to, like, do another run on the anime starting from the beginning. They got back some of the original voice actors, and I was really excited to see. What's the name of the main character? Laura. She does voice acting for like everything, and she's so good. She's so good. Like a lot of video games and stuff, I feel like we see her doing voice acting for. I'm such a nerd. But anyway, I was like, I'm not going to start watching the new one until it's all out, because then I know I'm just going to want to binge it all over. Oh, see, I was half going to be like, Adam, are you able to hear me? Can you take your headphones off? Laura Bailey. She is the one that does voice acting for a lot of video games and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, tons of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so she did the voice acting for Toru, the main character, way back when they originally did the anime, and they got her back for the relaunch. And I was like, of course, like, I can't imagine anyone else voicing this character. So, yeah, no, my husband's hanging out and working and clearly listening to me talk. But anyway, I think I might try to find out where I can watch that. I don't know if it's on... Did like Funimation, I think, was the original distributor of it. Maybe they're on Crunchyroll or something now. I'll look it up. But maybe that'll be my show of choice. But if I have to pay for it, I'm also really grumpy because Netflix keeps losing shows. I know that this is just like part of all these companies that are pulling shows to put on their own individual streaming platforms. And I want to be like, look, listen, companies, you're completely defeating the purpose of all of us canceling cable and getting like a dedicated streaming service. I know that this is like their business decision or whatever, but I'm really grumpy about it. But like, we just found out we were watching Deep Space Nine the other night. Again, nerd alert. And Adam was like, oh my gosh, look, there's a little notification up in the corner. And it was like, last day to watch Deep Space Nine on Netflix is July 1st. And I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, it's probably going to Paramount Plus. And I'm like, I don't want to get another streaming service. And I know like the pace that we watch this show right now, because we both have so much going on in the evenings and all this other stuff. I'm like, we're not going to finish this show by July 1st. We still have 2.5 seasons, 2.5 seasons. Can I fit this in the smaller one? So we might just like pay for a month or two of Paramount Plus to finish that show. But we're loving it. It's really, really good. Adam was totally right that like once we got into like season 4 and 5, it like really, really picked up in a good way. So Anyway, that's my TV show rant. But yeah, I'm just like, I feel like we keep having to sign up for like more and more streaming services. I'm like, this defeats the purpose. Like, we're just gonna go back to getting a cable package and DVR at this point. Is this gonna fit? That's what she said. Yeah, like The Office. The Office used to be on Netflix, and that went to, what is it, Peacock? Nope, I won't do it. Netflix used to have all the good stuff, and I feel a little bit bad for them, but also, like, I guess that's just business. That one's like business. Because I'm in a bunch of groups and like follow like different pages related to the show Supernatural, because yes, I was super into that show. And now that's like half of what Facebook shows me as sponsored posts. I keep now seeing like sponsored posts for the TV show The Boys, because one of the lead actors from Supernatural went over to that show and is like on it for their season 3. And I'm like, I would love to watch another show with Jensen Ackles in it, but like, I was, again, talking to Adam about it, I'm like, The Boys is supposed to be like super, super gratuitous, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't even know if I can watch it. And I was like, I thought so. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to stomach this. So I'm like, Facebook, I'm going to need you to slow your roll. Like, I'm not going to be watching The Boys. There was a show. What were we talking about getting HBO Plus for? There was a show on HBO Plus I wanted to watch. Oh, I think HBO Plus got Doctor Who. And I really want to rewatch Doctor Who, because I got excited when I saw that Russell T Davies was taking back over as showrunner. And I think this is the last season or last whatever for the current Doctor. And I actually haven't watched any of her seasons. And I want to, like, really, really badly. And I'm finally, like, in the mood for it again. I'm in the mood to rewatch and to watch, like, the seasons with Jodie Whittaker. So I was like, Adam, we might have to get HBO Plus. And I know there are some shows he wants to watch on there anyway, so I don't think it'll be too hard to talk him into it. But we also need to sit down and have a budget meeting, like a family budget meeting. Yeah, so what are you guys watching? I guess that started off with me being like, I don't want to watch any shows right now. I'm too indecisive. And what I really came out of this was saying, like, actually, no, there are some shows I want to watch. When I'm not listening to people's YouTube videos. So speaking of mood things, I'm not going to like go into too much detail on it yet, because I haven't really nailed anything down. I'm not totally decided, but I may be making some changes to my cross-stitch conversion to a diamond painting project. I just have not been feeling that at all. And when I realized that I hadn't even touched it any time in the month of May, and that I didn't really miss it that much, because every time I thought about reaching for it, I was just like, or I could not. I was like, I need to like sit down and have like a heart-to-heart with myself about this project. So we'll see. That's why you haven't really seen that project make any kinds of appearances on my channel in a while. I know I've had a couple people ask me about it, and I don't mean to leave you hanging. But it is what it is. Other things that are going on, we all got sick, and it's funny because I mentioned this to a couple of people, and they were like, oh my gosh, you guys are always sick. And I had to do a double take, and I was like, we were healthy for like a month, and I think my mind just fixated on like, oh no, we've been healthy. We don't get sick all the time. And we were healthy for like a month, and now we're all sick again, and it's Micah's fault. He brought something home from school. I'm quite sure of it. It actually was to the point where the school told us that because he was coughing, like this bug has like a lot of coughing involved, and like kind of a wet cough and just like congestion. It's just generally not pleasant. The school's like, yeah, he's going to need to see a doctor, like, and get like a negative, you know what, test before he can come back. And I was like, okay, fine. He was negative for that and for the flu and all that, but it's just this really obnoxious cough, cold bug that like sounds bad enough that like they don't want the kids in school for that. And then so Micah had it first, passed it to me and Adam, and Connor picked it up last, so that sucks. Poor Connor woke up in the middle of the night the other night. Like, I heard him coughing, like, and it just sounded really nasty. And I was like, do I want to go in there and, like, set up the vaporizer, humidifier for him to kind of give him some relief? And as I was sitting there trying to decide, he actually then came out of his room, like, he was like, his voice was, like, practically nice, like, I have a really bad cough. And I was like, oh my gosh, buddy. So, and it didn't really hit until I had, like, gone to bed. So it's not like, you know, he wasn't really acting or seeming sick really before bedtime. So I gave him some cough medicine, and he was able to, like, get to sleep, and he wasn't really coughing the rest of the night, thankfully. But, yeah, so I think it is a total toss-up if the kids are going to be able to go to school this week. But yeah, we're still in school. We'll see, because if they're coughing, like, they can't go because the school wants to see, like, they need to have, like, improvement of symptoms, even if they have, like, a negative you-know-what test. We'll see. I really would love for them to be able to go to school, because let me tell you, I had a kid home with me from school 4 out of 5 days this past week, and I'm like, I was ready for that, like, when it's summer break, but I had a plan to, like, get stuff done, run errands, film. Like, I use my mornings, and I've settled into such a rhythm where I film in the mornings when the kids are in school and on the days that Adam goes into the office, and then I just have my evenings totally free, like, most of the time, to just hang out with Adam. We're catching up on our TV shows and stuff like that, and just hanging out. But when the kids are homesick from school, I can't film in the morning, because of course, like, I'm taking care of my kids, and also, you know, background noise. You guys probably wouldn't totally enjoy videos that have, like, particularly my youngest interrupting me every 2 seconds, or screeching, or even if it's happy, like, it would distract me, quite honestly. So I was, like, already in the mindset of, like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna have to do this in the summer, it'll be fine. But I wasn't ready for it this early. So I'm like, I need my mornings. Selfishly, I need my mornings. I get stuff done. So at one point, like, early in the week, Adam was like, even I noticed, I was like, seems like we're a little low on some of the groceries we usually have. Oh, it's because it's really, really hard to grocery shop when I have children home from school. Yeah, so that was a thing. lots of drive up orders being placed to make up for it. Adam was gone part of the day today because he was helping his parents move in to their place. They have officially moved cross country. Yay! So, he and a friend went down to be muscles to help unload the U-Haul, but then they like knocked it out super fast, and Adam was home, like, by mid-afternoon, and so we had lots of good family time this afternoon, and the kids have been really sweet and cuddly, and it just melts my heart. I'm soaking it up, because I know someday they're not going to want to cuddle with me anymore, and yes, so just soaking it up. We were talking about parenthood in one of the lives. Oops, sorry, I just bumped the recording arm. We were talking about parenthood in one of the lives I was in this week, and it just made me go, oh, I just want to soak up all of the cuddles while I can. Here's the last bit of colors. Okay, this is going faster than I was expecting. In part because, I'm telling you what, these Diamond Art Club, they know what they're doing with their diamonds. There's no static. They're packaged perfectly. Though, to be fair, the static, sometimes my Diamond Art Club drills do have static. But this batch does not have static. So it's zipping right along. And the pre-cut labels, it's just easy breezy, beautiful. And I think we're going to fit all of them in this tray. I think we're going to be good to go. Where's the next color? Is it, 3371. Okay. Need a bigger one. Yes. My youngest has been, like, quite the little sensory seeker lately. It's really amped up the past couple weeks. He gets some OT in school with that helps him, like, get that sensory input that he really needs. But, like, I jokingly say, like, his love language is body slams, and I feel like that's been a lot of what this past week or two has been. is just lots of that like really forceful input. Like he just is all about that, and so I'm trying to find good ways to give him that. My mom had actually gotten him this like giant like bouncy ball that has a handle on it, and we have like a trampoline, and we have some other like inflatable things and weighted things that I think can help. But I'm thinking ahead, like I want to chat a little bit with his like school team, like with his teacher, and be like, what are some ideas that you have for like things that we have at home that we can use to kind of give him these, feed his sensory diet, as they say, and meet like those needs at home when he's, you know, there's so many resources at school and they do such an amazing job with him. I'm like, how can I incorporate that at home? Because we'll have, you know, a few weeks, there'll be some time off in the summer around summers, like there's a summer school program. But I just am like, I don't want that time at home to be like frustrating for him, really, for either of my kids. But it just, their needs look different. This is just what I'm thinking of for with my youngest. My oldest, y'all, I knew it was coming, but it is, again, it's ramped up full force this past week. The why phase. Again, we've had bits and pieces of this before, but seriously, everything is why. But why? Like, why is that I can't do this, or this is the rule, but why? And I don't want to be like the parent that just shuts it down and says like, because I said so. I'm trying to respond like a lot more thoughtfully, and while also essentially being like, because I said so. But you know, he's really open to hearing like what our reasoning was, and then I'm sure that'll change at some point, but there is a part of my brain that's like, this is so tiring to have every little thing questioned. But that's the facing. But he is so bright. He's so ridiculously strong, like with numbers, and watching his little mind at work is so neat. My cricket friend is back. I thought he was gone. He is not. He is back, but he left us alone for 48 minutes. Have a WIP and Chat before he made an appearance. That's okay. I'm gonna finish kitting this up, and I think that'll be about just the right time to call it. Though I feel like I'm running a little bit out of things to talk about. My brain is mush. I filmed 2 videos before this, because I decided that like I'm gonna go ahead and set up and film, and I'm just gonna do like bulk filming, I suppose. So I filmed like a small shop haul, and then the grand majority of like the sneak peek video for this kit that I'm kitting up, and then I was like, I'm just gonna do the WIP and Chat too, because then I can just have Sunday night completely free, and Adam and I can just hang, and we can watch a bunch of Deep Space Nine, or maybe game or something. So yeah, like it's late, it's almost midnight at this point, and I'm like, there's time to edit a video to go up in the morning right now. The small shop haul, because you guys, I had just such a backlog of packages because I've had a lot of videos that have needed to go up, and the packages just accumulated, so I didn't even get through all of them in this one video, but I really wanted that video to go up tomorrow, Sunday, because I have so many other videos that are time sensitive or date sensitive that need to go up this week, and I'm afraid otherwise that small shop haul is just going to get bumped further and further, who even knows where, which is not the end of the world, but like, I'd rather not. But yeah, I need to pull out like another round kit to work on. I've been working on a lot of squares. I guess my summer with the master's kit is a round, but if I'm planning on that just kind of being a really casual kit to pull out and work on, I feel like I need to have another round kit going. I think the Crafties kit that's coming is going to be a round, so I'll have that at least, but yeah. So as far as what to expect this week, some unboxings. I'd like to do a post review for that mystery kit. A lot of unboxings that have piled up. I just saw this past weekend that Distracted by Diamonds released another puffy eater. Not the Pride Kitty yet, but one of these kits that they had, I actually messaged Robin and Ben and asked, I was like, this is driving me crazy. I was like, did you have this kit like 2 years ago? Was it like one of your original runs of kits? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, good. Because I was so sure that you carried this kit once before, but I had asked like a friend or two that was around at the same time. I was like, and they were like, no, I don't recognize this. I was like, okay, is it just me? So no, it's a puppy gator kit, and it's a wolf. It kind of looks like a fox, but it's a wolf. And it's really, really adorable. It's called like Subtropical Splendor. It's one of Puffy Gator's, I think one of her older pieces. Like, so I was stalking back on her Instagram because someone was like, I thought it was a fox. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a wolf. So I went back on her, way back on Puffy Gator's Instagram, and found it. And I was like, no, she called it a wolf. But I couldn't resist picking that one up because I was like, it's just so pretty. And I know that I adore Puffy Gator's artwork so much from Distracted by Diamonds. I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. But I also ordered the canvas and diamonds for... I was just in a mood because I was feeling discouraged about like my current cross-stitch conversion project. I was like, there's this one like smaller project that has been on my wish list for forever. And it's one of the creatively stitching patterns of one. It's licensed from Mandy Manzano. It's one of Mandy Manzano's panels, but it's a cross stitch chart. And it's of Loki. And so I just sent the chart over to Jade at Jaded Gem Shop and was like, I'm finally ready to order this. And she has like a flat rate basically that she charges because those princess. They're not even all princess, but all the Mandy Manzano panels from Creatively Stitching, they're wildly popular. So she just kind of has like a set flat price for if you're getting one of the panels and you want the canvas and the drills, this is what the cost is. It's very easy. So I ordered those, but I think that it may be a little bit longer of a turnaround time, which is fine. I'm not in a rush, but I'm excited to get that one. I don't know how much 310 it's going to have. It's going to have a lot, I'm sure, but I'm really excited to get that in. And yeah, we will see. I feel like I've been ordering a lot of kits lately. And I'm not mad about it. I just need to update my gems flow. Someone asked me about that recently. I need to respond to that comment. Someone asked me like, what was the app that you mentioned? It's called Gems Flow. Gems is in like GEMS and then flow. It's one word. But you can track your diamond painting kits on there. We're all kitted up. Can I fit? Hold up. Perfect. Okay, let's do the rest of that 310. I totally lost my train of thought. It's completely and utterly gone. Nope. It's gone. Oh, yeah. Gems Flow, you can track everything about a kit that you want to. And I love it. I love it. It actually has saved me from accidentally ordering duplicate kits before. So I highly recommend it. I'll try to remember to leave the name down in the description. But I know it's available on like iPhone, I assume. I think it's available on Android as well. I think it's kind of thing that I would hear if not. Look at my watch, Doji Meat. Time to stand. Watch, I'm filming. Come on. I know it's been an hour because I've been sitting and filming. I'm about to get up and stand. Ooh, was that like a bigger bag of 310? I really think a 310 wasn't that full. Oh well, that'll work. Perfect. So now I actually fit every single bag of diamonds for this kit in here. So I know, I'll fix it and I'll get the 310s next to each other, but you guys, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't know if you'll actually be able to guess this one because I did some Googling and I actually couldn't pull this up. I can't say anything, but I'm a Simon Art Club, so it's all legally licensed and above board, but yay, I'm so excited. Anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me in this WIP and Chat, or rather Kit Up and Chat. Thanks for like really being okay with me doing like kitting up in a lot of these videos, these WIP and Chats lately, instead of like actually diamond painting. But I'm gonna go pull like some matching accessories to use with this kit and get started because I want to get as much done as I can before I have to film the last bit of the sneak peek. But anyway, let me know how you guys are doing. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, how about a rainbow emoji for this beautiful rainbow of colors and in honor of Pride Month? I'm in matchy nails. I just want to show up. But look at how pretty these are. I love these nails so much. And my Zocs. It's kind of rainbowy. But yeah, so feel free to put up a rainbow. Let me know how you're doing. What were some of the questions I asked? What you think about like different storage options that you use? Different shows that you're watching, different lives you like to go to, that sort of thing. Oh, excuse me. Apparently it's past my bedtime. I've been filming a lot tonight and my body is like, yep, time for bed. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out with me, you guys. If you made it all the way to the end and you're not already subscribed, you would probably like it here, so feel free to subscribe and you can hit the bell to be notified when I share new videos. I have lots of fun diamond painting content coming and would love to have you as part of my little community here. You guys, I hope you have an absolutely amazing start to your week. Please take care of yourselves, stay healthy, make sure you're drinking your water, taking your medicine, all those kinds of things. But I will look forward to catching up with you in videos this week. All right, my friends, chat with you in the next one. Bye.